Top morning, ladies. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the What If Zuko Was the Void. Hey, not a void demon or anything that would be the offspring of it. The actual void. So, when what you see before you is my attempt of what the void Zuko looks like. So, please leave a like, share, subscribe, and comment on this video. So, and I am going to add I don't know how to pronounce her name. Is it Hulu Lolly? It's Ilulu. This girl. Yeah. From Dragon Maids. To this storyline. Just to keep things. Because and you guys voted for Momo. Oh, here. You guys voted for Momo. And I was gonna put name Hole in it too. But you know what? I have this long girl. Oh. So I was like, you know what? Just add her. So let's begin. And I'll also throw in Zumi so that the aim to keep things interesting. There she is. Yeah. So let's begin. The Zuko and Zumi were born, and in the age of 4, but in this alternate timeline, 100% of people have quirks. 0% and quirkless. Because of a machine that the quirk doctor did was to give the quirkless person a quirk without having to do it. So, one day, Zuko, or actually, at age of 4, Zuko and Zumi went to the quirk doctor, and the quirk doctor tells Zumi that she has a quirk. But here, let's go over to quirk doctor real quick. Or actually, yeah, before at age of 3, 2 beautiful girls, that's about the same size or height or same age as him. One of them is Momo. The other is that girl. They basically had interest in Zuko. Well, because of their love. So yeah. So then, now let's get back into it. Or let's go to the 4th. So yeah. So the quirk doctor tells Zumi that she has a quirk, tells Deku that he's quirkless, but no big deal, as he wants Zuko to follow him. And plus, he tells Inko and Musashi to wait, and Zumi to wait here. Plus, the machine gives or is free, so don't worry. So he goes with Zumi, actually Zuko goes with the quirk doctor. He sits in a chair. Her. And the wristband. And no, it's not an electric chair. If it was, it would probably fail at its job. Because it actually, instead of that big helmet over his head, it's the needles thing. And so they put one in his, like, neck. Yeah. And so Zuko was basically, I hope that you're ready for it, as a quirk doctor says, this will give you a quirk. That it has a timer, or how long it will last. And the quirk doctor accidentally set it to 30 or 30 hours, or 3 hours. It's supposed to be on like 1 hour and 30 seconds. So, of course, when he hit start, the quirks machine or should I say power machine, activated, and it gave Zuko or he went into a like deep sleep thing, as like, so there, when he looked at the time, oh crap, as the quirk doctor says, oh crud, Zuko, oh, as the power is flowing into him, as the hands were shocked, like it was, as he's trying so hard, as the quirk doctor tries to shut it down, but it failed. And it like the computer heart exploded. Hoden, as it keeps on running, as Zuko was in the void. as his power, or as the void infused their power into himself. And when it's still going, it gave him infinity, zero, void, and the basically none of the multiverse, universe, space, time, everything. As he is the most powerfulest person in the world. Much powerful than All Might, Saitama, every character in the entire world. He went through multiverse, there's universe, everything inside of his own body. As he's so like, he was so overwhelmed. He saw faces that he doesn't even recognize, like Maya, Ochako, Jiro, Bakugo, or no, not Bakugo, the Tape Boy, and Grapefruit, and the Class 1B students. Everything. And her, and of course, and Zuko's body. And it was done. As a machine exploded. Loaded with killing Zuko off. As the Quirk Doctor runs up to him, grabs the wire that was hooked up to the machine, unplugged it as he lifts up Zuko, who and tells him, "Okay, Zuko," as he was dead. As they could not or as a Quirk Doctor didn't, or never had this happen before. So the quirks, or no, actually, they're the power that got infused into his body. So now he's immortal. He can never die, never age, never do. That's what or before we move on, I noticed that Meliodas doesn't really age through the entire series of it. Because I know he's supposed to be like this buffed up kid. And yeah. So yeah. So Zuko, so now get back into the story. So Zuko dies as as the Quirk Doctor tells his parents. And when they were heartbroken. They could not believe that the Quirk Doctor messed up on the, as they knew what the machine was, but it used to be already sentient. But then Yeah. So then, yeah. So now Zumi is now a single person, or it because her sibling died, and she just was the only one. As when some of the people like her heard that Zuko didn't make it, it as but Zuko did make it. Zuko was he went through the alternate versions, like he went through a alternate world where he learned the breathing style thing. Here, see, infinity or breathing style of infinity. Hey, thunder. So yeah, he went through the Doomsday Zuko's world. He went through the Illusioner's world. He went through the one where he was a Nomu world. He was, or yeah, you get the picture. He went through so many worlds, Holmes, that it was crazy. You know how crazy it is? It's so crazy. And when he made it back to his home world, he opened his eyes as he sees them, or he sees the black box, huh? Oh, like a coffin. As he tried to open it, but as the as a monster, or as he punched just right through it in one single punch, as he comes out of the grave. He, as now, he didn't really die. He just, like, the machine sent him through the entire multiverse, entire void, everything. As the people, as he gets up, he changed his hair color to brown. As the, or actually to green, or it stayed green, but he hid from the public, as he doesn't know what to do. So the only, as she was walking around, she won't. She really wants to go visit the grave where Zuko was at, and plus Momo too. Oh, but deep down, she knows something is up, as he could tell that something's gonna happen. So he extended his arm to the building as he flies right up, as he sees Momo and her from the top of a building. So he lunged himself. They're not like literally, but he was just laying down as he really wanted to stay. Yeah. So over years have passed. Zuko, who at this time is now 15. So Zuko doesn't go to UA because not with a same hairstyle. But so then he lays down away from humanity. So then the basically the he who he learned how to fly, he learned how to swim. He so and yeah. So then the camper, or actually during the ball throw, she threw the ball. Oh, so hard that even because she could not stop thinking about Zuko, or actually focused on it, or focused on ball throw, and sometimes he just pictured or him being, or no, she basically pictures him still be alive. You know, and plus Momo thinks the same thing. But it's just a fantasy. So then he walks away. So then at USJ, he puts on a mask and a hoodie. And he joins the villains. Ellen, to be undercover. So then at the USJ, let me go over to USJ. I have pictures. See? So zooming would be where Zuko's at. This part right here. And then Momo and Jiro, or no, Momo and Lulu, or I think that's her name, Lulu, was sitting right next to Tenya. So yeah, then the Yeah, Momo sits in like a normal spot. So then Zuko ends up um Zuko ends up being a spy as Mr. Ozawa beats around most of the villains, like 98%, except for the Nomu and the the masked man that they thought was the masked man. As he he was in the part where Momo was at, as the man arm, as he pushed the villain off to the side, or he grabs the villain from the back as he tossed it and like a rag doll. As the as Momo wasn't shocked, as she could not believe some villain just saved those three. As the voice, as he tells them, or he spoke to them, you three need to get out of here. Her. This is no place for children and as the Zuko as he lifts his palm up over to his mask, as a eye they see an eye teleports them to UA. And so yeah. So they're like all confused of why. It's teleport, so it's not like sending them to another universe thing. So the so he goes as the Nomu is about to kill Mr. Aizawa. As the monster ish, as he used it was the sorry, I have to itch part. Not gonna think. So yeah. So they basically Zuko summons a zombie version of himself. As the zombie version of him when it attacked. But this one is powerful. As he goes and attacks the Nomu and rips its head, or the brain right out of its head as it decays. As Shiraki-sen's like, what? I thought you were on our team. I am. I want to get the opportunity to kill as he teleports the zombie him version of him back to his homeworld, or like banishes it. Yeah. So they basically Zuko was, as Mr. Aizawa is blind. Let's make things interesting. And Zuko uses his this side of his arm to restore Mr. Aizawa's eyesight back and the body back into like the normal. So now we fight as Mr. Aizawa and versus the Masked Man. As All Might shows up, he says, "Oh, I'm here," and all that stuff. Hmm. As All Might was busy monologuing, Zuko says, or Masked Man says, "How much are you betting, Shiraki-san, that you'll probably get shot in two legs?" "What are you talking about? I'll never get shot with." As bang bang, as or as the yeah, told ya. As the snipe pulls the trigger onto the Masked Man, as Zuko dodged it, and so fast. Why him? Kiri, please take Shiraki-san. Okay. As they teleport him away, Nezuko used his "You guys need a nap," as he pulls out the hand or the eye on his wrist thing, as the all the heroes inside of the building was fell asleep. But instead of the him going to sleep, he tells himself, no, that, or actually no, All Might stayed awake, as All Might versus Zuko, and All Might wondering why this could have multiple abilities. Does it evolve around the eye? And that's on his hand? No, not exactly. As Zuko answered his question, and thoughts in his head. Wait, how did you know? Oh. Let me tell you, or did you heard about the little incident and about happened at age, or what happened to the or kid at age of 4? That was 11 years ago. Oh, as All Might heard that the student got killed by a machine trying to give him a quirk, but his doctor screwed up on it and gave him, or killed him off instead. Yes, his, as he says, his name. The student or the kid's name is Zuko Midoriya, the brother of Zumi Midoriya. The only reason why I know that is because the kid was actually not got killed, actually. As the All Might is confused. Oh, you'll figure it out. But now it's time for me to take a leap. Like all villains do. Like try to get away from new heroes and... But if you want me to or if you want to battle, I know, it's okay. I'll do it right here, right now. As Zuko basically beats around All Might like a little ragdoll. Guess round 1 goes to me. See. So then he leaves, and then All Might, or then the hospital thing. So then all the, so as or not Inko, Momo is confused still of why that villain Ellen saved us. So then the time skip to All Might versus All for One. And so All Might was down, but not out, not knocked out or killed. As All for One says, "You're gonna die." As the All for One uses his power laser attack, as a masked man shows up, as he absorbs the attack. And he says, classic All for One. Every time you try a battle against, until something happens to you. As All for One is wondering what will happen to me all the time. As Zuko says, and let me get introduced. I'm not Masquerade in All Might. Or should I say, as he takes off his mask, pull down his hoodie. My favorite idol. As when everyone saw who he was, it was Zuko. As his mark, I was trying to draw like the half of like his body, or like half of his body was corrupted. And he says, "No, oh, reason why I didn't join UA, All Might, is because yeah, I didn't want to use or give anything away. And plus, I was mostly worried about the rest of you having heart attacks. If you saw me as a creature comes out of nowhere. So, yeah. So, and you must be working with, as he turns to look at All for One, he says, you must have been working with the Quirk Doctor, right? Yes. I have. It looks like the experiment or the machine he did you who very good. You know how hard it was for me to come back to this world? As portals opens up, not just one, three, or no, 5 of them. And each of those 5, where is it? Where is it? There was this one. That was 1. 2. And 3. As everyone was, as he says, ready, Zukus? As they're like, ready. And they start charging in. And All Might could not believe that as they tore All for One to pieces. And All for One says, I can regenerate. Oh, really? I can take that regeneration and immortality. As he did take it away. All for One dies right then and there. You don't know how powerful he really gets. So then, Zuko, who gave high five to the others. Yeah. Or actually, yeah. And so he flew off. As the rest of the like all 5 of them, or 6 of them, or 5 of them went with him. As they could not believe as they basically they were horrified. So yeah, and so there's 6 monsters. And Izumi says, he's not a monster. He's my brother. I care about him. The okay? As the All Might knows that as he takes a breath, just like how Mirio is. As he teleports the other 5 away. So then he goes, and when Inko heard that her son is back from the dead, and she could not believe it. Plus, neither did Hasashi. Let's say Hasashi was there, but he could not believe that his own son has returned to the field, or to the land of the living. So she had flying powers, like quirk that allows her to fly. So she flew around Azuko was relaxed as when she told Momo, because they were on their own like separate mission. When Momo heard that she found the Zuko, and they found him. And Zuko, he looks up at her. She looks at him, and she says, "I found you." Yeah. So please wait for part 2 to be filmed.